Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Kane's guests reel in shock after a confession and 2 deaths, and Nick surprises Sharon Monday. July 28, 2025, today on The Young and the Restless, Nikki and Lauren take in a bloody scene. Jack lays into Kane, and Billy asks for Phyllis's help. In the maze, Lauren attempts to convince Nikki that Nick would not want her to sign over Chancellor for his freedom. Nikki snaps that it is not his decision or Victor's, and tells Amanda she is ready to sign. Lauren declares she is under duress. Amanda asks Nikki if that's true because it looks like she's ready to sign. Lauren demands to speak to her friend alone. Nikki requests a moment with Lauren, so Amanda steps away. Lauren points out that this is outrageous coercion, and Amanda seems afraid the guilty party will pop up before the papers can be signed. Nikki protests that waiting will not save her son, but signing the papers will. Victor may be furious, but Nick will be free. She calls Amanda back and demands to see Nick before she signs anything. Amanda admits that will sacrifice their leverage. Nikki won't budge, so the lawyer caves and they walk off to the chateau. What does Nikki see? When Amanda leads Lauren and Nikki to the storage room of the chateau, they are aghast to see the door open and blood on the floor. Amanda doesn't know where the captives are but promises they are safe. Nikki rants, "You wanted me to sign away Chancellor to protect my son, and you don't even know where he is?" Amanda doesn't sweeten the mood when she suggests the blood could belong to the guard, given how capable Nick is of violence. "Give me a break." Nikki fumes. She reiterates to Amanda that Chancellor is hers to do with as she sees fit, but warns if her son is hurt, or even so much as thirsty, there will be hell to pay. With that, she walks off. Will Carter confess? Victor and Chance stand behind a hedge and eavesdrop as Kane attempts to persuade Carter to tell him what happened, saying he can't protect him otherwise. Urging his assistant not to be afraid, Kane assures him they'll deal with this together. He asks if Carter killed Damien to clear the way for him to reunite with Lily. The security guard appears and reports that Nick and his companion have escaped. Kane keeps pushing Carter to come clean and tell him everything. Hasn't he always protected him? Carter explains that Damien needed to be removed from the equation. The reunion between Kane and Lily was supposed to be epic and he was in the way. After all Kane had done for him, he wanted to do something in return. He was only trying to anticipate his needs. "Never this!" Kane exclaims. Carter begs him to divert attention so he can make his escape. He'll disappear and assume a new identity. Kane tells him to stop and let Amanda try to fix this. As Carter declares he needs more time, Chance strides over to say it looks like the wrong person was put under house arrest. Carter feels betrayed that Kane set him up to be overheard. His boss admits that it isn't possible to protect him. They listen as Carter repeats that he was only removing an obstacle, just as Kane had trained him to do. He explains that he tried to set Kane up to be indisposed, but he ruined that when he let Damien drink from his bourbon. That ended up working in his favor as it weakened Damien. Once he eliminated him, he took the evidence. Kane says he never wanted this. It never should have happened. Lily shows up and asks what's happening. Pulling out a gun, Carter grabs her and yells at his employer that this was all for him. Now it was all for nothing and he's determined to find a way out of there. He was loyal and devoted to doing everything for Mr. Dumas. Kane knows he thought he was doing the right thing. Chance urges him to let her go and drop the weapon. It's the end of the road and they are stuck. Carter accuses Kane of lying to all of them. The cop suggests Carter should take Kane's offer and pray that Amanda will represent him. An angry Carter says Kane is getting all he wants. He is determined to look out for himself now and drags Lily into the maze. Victor discovers that Nick was wounded. Sally, Sharon, and Billy pull a groaning Nick into the train car. After setting him down, they wonder how they are going to get him down the mountain for help. Billy takes off, and Sally offers to hike down the mountain. Nick worries about her safety, but she jogs off anyway. Sharon wonders what she should get Nick for his pain. Groaning, he asks her to stay with him. As Sharon tries to get Nick to drink water, he jokes about what softies his parents are. Victor walks in and demands to know who did this to him. Nick admits he kind of did it to himself. He's had worse injuries. Sharon explains he needs stitches and antibiotics. Victor starts cursing Ashby and declares he will deal with him. Nick asks his dad not to do anything crazy, he just wants to go home. Sharon explains that Nick was wonderful in captivity and kept her calm. They worked together to get out of there and chaos ensued when they encountered the guard. Victor complains about all the thugs and killers on Kane's payroll and repeats that Ashby is going to pay for this. Billy warns Amanda she can't save Kane, still bloody after helping save Nick. Billy runs into Lauren and Nikki as they are complaining about being trapped in a hellscape. He explains Nick has been hurt but will be okay. They go off to the train car. Amanda approaches Billy and he tells her that not even she can get Kane out of this mess. She insists this isn't what her employer wanted. Billy still wants to work with Kane, but he doubts there will be anything left by the time the Newmans are done with him. He fills her in on Nick being cut open and likely infected. This is all on Kane and the noose around his neck is getting tighter. Amanda goes to the surveillance room and turns off the signal jamming device. She then places a call to request immediate police assistance. Will Carter escape? As Billy trudges into the maze, he runs into Lily being held at gunpoint by Carter. He tells Carter there is nowhere to go and he won't let him take her. Carter doesn't see how he can stop him. He's the one with a gun and he knows this place better than anyone. Chance and Kane catch up to them. As Chance circles around, Kane offers to put himself in Lily's place. Carter refuses. Kane asks Billy to back off and urges Carter to keep the gun pointed at him and let Lily go. Once Carter lets Lily loose, she rushes into Billy's arms. Chance peers around a hedge as Carter reminds his boss that he made this place everything he could have wanted, but it was all for naught. It's like nothing he did mattered to him. Carter doesn't think that Kane has anything left to live. For since he can't have Lily or Chancellor. When he declares that he will free him of his life, Lily screams Kane's name. Chance rushes Carter. They fight over the gun and it goes off. Shocked, Chance falls into Kane's arms as Carter makes a run for it. Lily tells Chance he will be okay, but he says it's too late. He dies and Billy confirms he's gone as Lily cries, "No." Suddenly, Billy, Lily and Kane jolt as they hear another gunshot ring out. They rush to the dining area, where Carter is on the ground, dead from a bullet. Diane and Jack rush over, saying they heard shots. Kane explains that Carter confessed to killing Damien and was going to kill him, but Chance was shot. Kane asks Lily if she's okay. She wants to go home. He can make that happen. Amanda rushes over and says she just saw Chance's body. Kane says he'll fill her in later and suggests she contact the police. He's not surprised to hear she already did. What happens with Nick and Sharon? Sally returns to the club car and announces that the tracks have been clear for 2 days. Victor is furious and Sharon tells Nick he will be okay. He never doubted it. She keeps checking for a fever. He tells her it's not the flu and she doesn't need to be scared. Victor shows Nikki in and she fusses over her son. Nick repeats that he's okay. Their phones begin pinging, so they realize service has been restored. Victor immediately calls Adam and orders him to send a helicopter. Victor assumes Kane has realized he has lost and they can get out of there. Lauren arrives as they hear the chopper overhead. She and Nikki go outside to wave it down. Nick thanks Sally and she asks Sharon to make sure he doesn't do anything crazy before leaving. Nick jokes that this has been a lot of fuss over a little scratch. Sharon says he's always there for her when she needs him. He says they are always there for each other. Nick asks her to come closer and they kiss. The final scenes. Jack begins railing that all of this is on Kane. Ashby insists this was supposed to be a vacation. Jack vents about how it has cost 3 lives. This will destroy Nina and Jill. Kane didn't want any of this, but it happened, and he will have to live with it. As he hunches over a table, Lily apologizes for accusing him of killing Damien. She admits that murder would be out of character for him. He says he's still the man she loved. She reminds him that talk like that is what caused all of this. All of these people he brought there to become his friends are now his enemies. He's lost. After Lily walks away, Billy suggests Kane reconsider returning to Genoa City. Ashby is still determined on that front. It's not a forgive and forget crew, Billy points out. Kane says they will talk about his investment in Abbott Communications when he gets to town. Jack and Diane walk off, appalled that Billy is still working a business angle. When Kane is left standing alone, Amanda approaches him. He explains that he left Genoa City after he failed, but he's only failed again. She says the murders are on Carter.